Well, back in August, tens of thousands of Afghans fled the country when the Taliban took over, and now just 6 months later, hundreds of refugees are here trying to build a new life in Cleveland.
When you think about that, those choices that they have to make, I think that's how you best understand.
Some local groups are working to make that transition easier for our newest residents by helping those who have always been here understand what it is truly like to be a refugee.
News 5's Jesse Schultz brings us to an event appropriately called Cleveland for All.
They say you never really know someone until you walk a mile in their shoes.
When you think about that, those choices that they have to make, I think that's how you best understand.
To understand their challenges, their hopes, their fears.
Imagine how it would feel to be taken from your country, to leave people behind that you love.
That is the reality for 600 Afghan refugees that have relocated to Cleveland, fleeing the only home they've ever known.
One of the most heartbreaking things I think about the Afghan refugees is they never had the time to grieve home.
People who have no choice but to learn a culture that is so very different from their own. But this event here at the West Bank of the Flats is an opportunity for Clevelanders to learn a little bit about Afghanistan too.
We hope that people that come and are immersed in this experience would learn that there's people coming to our city that have names, they have stories, they have lives.
The event was organized by media and apparel company Cleveland Vibes, nonprofit Building Hope in the City, which is a group that's dedicated to help acclimate asylum seekers and immigrants, and King's Church.
Three of us kind of came up with this idea to have an event so that people could come and gain awareness about what's happening.
You'll find Afghan food, a Kabul market, pictures of refugees who settled in Cleveland.
The average time in a refugee camp is 17 years.
And Eileen Wilson from Hope in the City, who has worked with refugees for years and is sharing their stories.
You won't really know them unless you come out and you see and say, okay, this is a culture I never understood.
A small step to understand the many brave steps it took for refugees to get here to Northeast Ohio.
Cleveland is full of very compassionate people.
Because in the end, our differences make Cleveland stronger.
Leave knowing that refugees aren't people to be politicized, but people to be loved.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Jesse Schultz.